Oh man, it might be Yalpa time. It might be. Now I've heard from somebody that this Yalpa might be for sale, and I'm going to introduce you to Vince here in a second that owns Black Horse Motorwerks, which is the premier Ferrari exotic car shop, I'm telling you guys, in the Midwest. They do fantastic work. And so anyway, they've had this Yalpa here. It's come in for different types of work throughout the years, and it may be for sale. So I want to see if I fit in it. Not that I need another car, but I've always loved these cars. The look, the flair is just, I don't know what it is about them. They're just, and the sound, the V8 sound is just glorious. So this car has been modified, and I'm going to have Vince tell you a little bit about what they have done to this Yalpa.
So we did this a really long time ago. Originally, this car was it was carbureted, and we switched it over to digital fuel injection, aftermarket ECU. Just made it really reliable. The customer that owns it, he literally drives this thing all the time, like to work, to home. This is his car, so he wanted it to be reliable. And so air conditioning works. George Evans, give him a little bump here. He actually did the engine overhaul, sent it to George, and then we did everything else. So
George is mechanically, engine overhauls, all that type of stuff. He's a yeah.
If you have a Lamborghini and it's older, George is who you want to do the engine.
Yes.
So.
Yep. Totally agree. Oh man, this is awesome. Very, very cool. So we walked in here. Honestly, my eyes didn't go to the 458. It didn't go to the Mondial. It went to this, and especially my son Hayes is like, "What? A Ferrari forklift?" So,
yeah. So okay, so this funny story. The forklift was ugly, right? Everything else is pretty, and I was like, "Well, it has to be painted like a Ferrari, right?" So, old school, Brian, you recognize that?
Oh man! And you got the gold right for the old school for the 60s.
I have the pink code. So yeah. So anyway. Yeah, this is our little Ferrari forklift here. So,
Love it.
You know, we don't use it every day, so at least it looks good sitting there.
Now, going from a forklift to this next room.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This is where I like. I don't know. We just gotta go.
Yeah.
So this is a very high mileage F40. It's got, I don't know, are these LM wheels? Are they just a motive wheel?
I think they are. Yeah, I think it's an LM wheel. Of course, LM wing, right?
LM wing over there on the side. And the funny thing is I told Vince when he first got this car, I was like, you know what I would do to this car? Because I want this car. And I was like, you know what I do? I love the wheels on it, but I'm like, they need to be white.
Yep.
We need to have old school white exhaust out the back. And what does he show me? Over there in some boxes. White wheels for this. The owner is putting on white, and I'm like, why are you showing me this stuff? It's just making me want it more.
And the owner's a friend.
I know the owner is a friend, and I'm like, I've been trying to
kind of still be a friend at that point.
Tell about the history, because
the guy that owns the car is a super nice guy. I would consider him a good friend, and I said, hey, you know, he'd been sort of railroaded a couple times with this car, and you know, and had done some cool stuff. Actually, 3-4'd the car and did all kinds of stuff to it. And I think it went to Bonneville.
He ran road races in it. I think I want to say he got up to. He was trying to break 200 in his car, which we know F40s can break. It takes a while. That last 6 mile an hour was really tough.
Yeah.
But he's got short gears in it, and I think he hit like 198.
Yeah, I think so. So, but the car lived, so it looked like it had lived, right?
Yes.
So the front end had been repainted and poorly, and not to his fault. Just the people who did it didn't do a wonderful job. So, Perillo Brothers here in Kansas City. Very nice bunch of guys. They actually did the front end. We don't do the paint work. And then we put a new windshield in it. This piece of trim is unobtainium. Found it, re-siliconed all of this. All of the interior is fresh and new. We don't have it all in yet because we're finishing it up. We actually have it running. Completely rebuilt the engine, redid most of the gearbox, did clutch, So anyway, the car's up and running now. Got to final tune everything, and then go test drive it. Of course, pull an oil sample, send that out, make sure it's not making metal and it's happy.
Yep.
And you know, the cool thing is Rick chose to do this.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it takes a man to choose that, right? I mean, so
Rick, you're a cool dude for
he's a
doing
cool
this.
dude,
I
so
total respect.
I'm so sorry it's taken so long, but it'll be worth it. I keep telling him that. So it's beautiful now, and of course when we're done, it'll go to detail, and this will all get polished, and it'll be even prettier. When we took it all apart, I told Rick, I said, let me have it for time, and let me kind of work on it a little in between stuff, because I really wanted to bring it back all the way. So every piece of CAD plating has been redone. All of the powder coating, the block was etched, the heads were etched, they're beautiful. The case on the transmission, we had the clutch on F40s is notorious for having porosity, and so when you go to bleed it, you'll bleed the clutch, and then it'll slowly bleed off again, and it's actually going through the metal. So there's a process for solving that problem. That was done. The car currently has a stock muffler just because we're going to road test it and we want to be able to hear the engine. He does have aftermarket straight pipes for it, but it's going to be cool. You know, it's everybody, Chazz and I both are ready for it to go home. But you know, it's been this one out of all the F40s, this one means something because it's a good friend, right? And I want to do a good job for him. That's the main thing.
And this car's been sort of really enjoyed. You know, hopefully you've had the chance to see F40s up close, because they do. They're different than seeing them in pictures. When you see them, it's like Countach. When you walk up to them, they're tiny. You don't realize how small they are.
Yeah.
But this one, when you had it in the shop, and I came up here and Rick's like, hey, my F40's up immense. I came and saw it. It had rock chips. It had this and that. The windows were kind of faded. The dash. I was like, oh my gosh. It was my favorite F40 I've ever seen. And then, of course, he had these wheels on it. And
Yeah. I mean, it's set up for Brian. I mean, it's exactly what Brian said he would do. So
yeah, this is the ticket right here.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be a nice car when it's all finished. Again, it's up and running now. The biggest problem with these cars is just parts availability. You start working on it, right, and then you find a problem. Well, now you can't just call and buy that part. It just may not be available. So we have to try to source it, find it, and then, put it back together. But yeah, we're there. So Justin, this is the parts guy, parts manager.
Yeah, I came aboard about a year ago, and I've been just kind of going through everything, trying to get it all organized, and got a little bit of McLaren stuff and Lamborghini stuff, but mostly everything's Ferrari. So it's been going. It's a long process, just trying to get everything. You can come back through here, get everything straight, and going through the used parts right now, just trying to get everything straight on that. But
what we've been doing is trying to find new old stock stuff, right, a little bit anyway, that you can't get anymore. And I was sort of talking about that earlier. Here's a good, for instance, your Testarossa.
Yep.
Here's the 3 main oil hoses that you can't get. They don't exist. So what do you do when one breaks? Well, you're in trouble. So these are new old stock, which is kind of cool. You can see the old Ferrari label on it. But so they're metric, and you would think, oh, well, that's no big deal. It's a hydraulic fitting. I can get that made. No, you can't. You can't. So Mr. Dave Helms can do it for you on some of them. But anyway, so yeah, we've been trying to get that kind of stuff. Sensors for F40s, stuff that 288 GTOs, 288 GTO fuel injectors.
Oh my gosh.
What else you got? It's cool in here.
What's amazing though is, like, I came up here, and granted, I love cars, but I love parts. And looking at all these parts, and what is it about seeing a yellow box with Ferrari,
that's
prancing horses that's old?
That's cool.
What is the deal?
That's
and
cool.
The more it's falling apart, the better, and an old label on it or something from an old dealership.
Here's an old alternator here. This one's really cool because it's, this is a new old stock, alternator. I think this is this new old stock for a 512M.
Oh man! Now hold on, promise me. So when you use this someday, don't throw that box away.
I won't.
Those are things that I will display in my shop.
I don't know if I'll ever use this. There's some of these parts that we've collected that I'm like, you're gonna have to really want that for me to sell it.
Yeah.
So
But if you need it,
if we needed it, and a customer came in, oddly enough, we have a new old stock.
Yeah. Well, someday a 512M is going to be going down the turnpike and
toast an alternator.
Maybe in the UK, but probably not in the U.S. So the chances are pretty slim. So, wow.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
man.
it's you know, we're a small shop, right? So there's 4 of us that work here.
Yeah.
But we have the.
That's a good thing, though.
Well, it is, but we have the inventory of a lot bigger shop, I feel like, than what we really are. And Justin's been doing a great job adding parts, figuring out what we need the most of, and then we keep it. So we're not making people wait.
Right. Yep. No, that's a
I may
big
make
one,
you
'cause-
wait.
Yeah, you know,
We'll have
I'm
to
pretty
see.
patient. I'm pretty patient. So as long as that TR can be done by, you know, tomorrow about 3 o'clock,
tomorrow
that would be great. You know,
There's a
so-
lot of stuff I'll call on. Just we'll run out of stuff, and
Yeah.
it's something we usually have or should have, and a lot of the dealers won't have it. It's like
Wow.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a-
the funny thing. I feel like
there's a
there's a
big
lot
group.
of stuff that we keep that.
just to keep us rolling. I
Most-
mean, we don't have as much space to stack these cars up and let them sit. I mean, we just got to keep them rolling, and
Yeah.
having
Yeah,
a
like-
good base group of parts is a big start.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know, anybody out there with, you know, a yellow 360,
Needs a
I
left
mean,
headlight.
oh my God, look at that. I mean, how cool is, I mean, I know it's just a lowly 360, but it's like,
Well, here's
that's
the-
art. That is a thing of beauty.
Here's the thing: that Lowly 360 headlights are really getting hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. You know, we were talking actually about the old Challenger Dolly mufflers.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even buy them new anymore. So when you do find that kind of stuff, you buy it and sort of keep it.
Yes. Yep.
It's just like the cars. The parts appreciate like the cars do.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Even simple stuff like the bolts and hardware over there. You know, this is a difference, and that's what I was trying to say. You can say you work on these cars, but when you take a bolt out, you need to put back the same bolt.
Yeah.
You don't go to the hardware store. It has to have the correct stuff, because later in life that matters.
Yes, but well, the good thing is that he's more of a perfectionist than I am, and that's why I like to send my cars to Vince when they need stuff that I can't do, which is, you know, like I said, when I talk about not being the best mechanic, and there's more competent mechanics out there who can do it 10 times faster and 10 times better. So I enjoy this Testarossa. It's got 26,000 miles on it, so I put a lot of miles on it, and Vince has always been awesome doing all the work. He's done the valve covers, all that fantastic work. And of course, just like any car, things start to fail. And so the AC, it is crazy hot out, and it's not enjoyable to drive. If I could drive it, because I didn't mention that it doesn't run.
Okay.
Well, you saw that because we did push it in.
We had to push it.
Yeah, it didn't have any flat 12 engine noises, so we need that back.
Okay, we can do that.
So AC, need to have it run. No.
Okay.
And the battery is completely toast.
Okay.
Because I did leave it off. These cars, they sit on the battery. You
Yeah.
don't have a tender on, which I forgot to plug in, and so the battery is completely gone.
Okay.
And the alternator, which is what I spoke to you on the phone, that kind of what started this whole thing. The alternator, I'm pretty sure, is bad. So yeah, anything you find, you know,
Yep.
drive it. It's drive it like it's yours, and see what you think, and
Okay.
report back. But those are the, I don't know how many things I give you, 4.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't run. That's the big one. That's the biggie.
Doesn't run.
Doesn't
AC,
run. Yes.
Alternator and a battery.
You got it.
Yeah, well, we'll do that. We'll go through it, and we do that. The new computer system stuff I was telling you about, it'll send you inspection of all that.
That's right.
Which is
Email. and
really nice.
That's
yeah.
sweet.
You know, some people want a phone call, and I'm the old school guy that wants a phone call. But anyway, yeah, we'll go through it. We'll look it all over and make sure it's happy. I think timing belts are good. That's
I
plenty
think
good.
so. You're the one that did this, so you might look up. I have a horrible memory, so
Yep.
you can look it up and see what you did last time.
That's
and
another
what's
good
new.
thing we do is we keep track of your records. So yeah, we'll go through it. We'll figure out what's up with it and keep
All
the
right.
belt on it.
But yeah, if that
We
could be
can try to
done,
do
that would
that.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Well,
Well, man, now we do have the DR1. We've got to load because we are going to be taking that back to Bob.
yeah.
And so, yeah,
We're
we
good with that, I
gotta
guess.
load that thing. And that thing, I'm a little nervous. 'Cause that thing's worth like 40
Couple of these.
times a couple Testarosas.
It's
so
hilarious.
we may just drive that thing back.
I think you should.
You know
since
what?
It's completely illegal. To
Yeah,
drive.
how much? You know, at least 405 horsepower in that thing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
who's that car's well,
It's actually done 50,000 miles.
50,000 miles.
Yeah.
I guarantee that thing's done a ton of burnouts. Then, if it
Oh,
was it
yeah.
a GM test vehicle?
Yeah, I was beat to death.
So we will, in a video here, or maybe a little bit later, we'll show you that because I know this video is getting a little bit long.
Yep.
That might be another little video that we do, but we'll leave it as this because we are definitely going to be coming. Well, we have to come back to the shop in order to pick up the Testarossa,
Right.
and so
bring something else. Bring the 400. I like that car.
the 400 is going to be
You
next.
bought
It's
it
running
for
on.
me. I should have kept it.
Yes, he was nice enough. He found
Yeah.
it. Well,
Actually,
that's
you
all-
found it.
I found it, sent it to him. See, it
Yeah.
all comes back.
All
It's
comes
karma.
back.
Well, for me anyway, right?
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. Well, at least you get to work on it and drive it.
Yeah,
and
it's an
so,
awesome car.
But we'll cut this video here.
Yeah.
Vince.
Yeah, man. Thank you,
Oh
guys.
my gosh,
Thank
man.
You. Nice to meet everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And remember, if you guys like more of this type of content, especially with Vince, make sure you like and subscribe, because he's going to be back on here and you're going to see some really cool stuff. Because there's other things here that we haven't shown you. And when we bring the TR back, there'll be other stuff here. So thank you again, and we'll see you guys real soon.